This story is entitled The Painful Truth. You summoned me, my queen? The wolf asked, bowing low to the stunning woman sitting on a throne. He waited for permission to stand upright, knowing how stringent she could be. He hadn't been told why he was called upon, but he had an idea. The beautiful queen rose from her seat, making her way down the stairs to greet her guest, ignoring all others at the moment. Within a few steps, she was in front of him. With his head down, he could only see her feet, encased in satin shoes encrusted with gems, peeking out from her long, flowing teal-colored gown, also covered with bright jewels. Rise, my royal wolf, she stated. He set his body upright, looking into her dark brown eyes. His sight took her in all at once, his expression showing just enough interest to keep her intrigued, but not so much that she would find offense in it. Truthfully, he could stare at her all day and never tire of her. Long, thick, wavy hair that hung to her waist, brown, flawless skin. Her womanly curves were just right. Not a thin woman by any means, but fit, healthy, and strong. Her hands hypnotized him the most, running through his coarse gray and white fur, caressing his soul as much as she caressed his skin, if not more so. She smiled at him, a bright, friendly smile, one that showed that this was a friendly summons, that he had nothing to fear or worry about. How have you been faring? She asked as she touched his face, her manicured nails gently raking through his coat. I've been well, my queen. Thank you for asking, he replied, trying his best not to show what her touch did to him. She leaned in close to his face. I've missed you, she whispered in his ear. I've missed you too, he whispered back, smiling. The queen gave him a big grin and returned to her seat. What would you do to please your queen? She questioned, a devious look in her eyes. Whatever my queen wishes. Then tell me a story. The wolf stared at her, a little smile on his face. I'm in love with you, he said simply. The queen laughed. Ha! That's not a story, is it? Oh, but it is, my divine queen, he replied. If I were truly in love with you, would you have to have me summoned in order to see me? Do you think that anything would keep me from you? The queen continued to smile. I suppose not, she responded, quickly averting her eyes from his, but not before the wolf saw some of the light die in her eyes. I am nevertheless a devoted subject to you. I do care for you, and I will always do what my queen requests. I don't doubt your allegiance, wolf. You're free to go. Thank you for coming at my beck and call. She dismissed him, caring not to look at him directly. Bowing low once again, he turned and left the great hall. Once he was gone, the queen excused herself from her court and went to her chambers to rest for the afternoon. Behind closed doors and alone, she flopped down on her bed, stunned. That's when her eyes fell on a note along with an envelope placed on her pillow. My lady, I was told to deliver this to you by Wolf. The queen quickly ripped open the envelope and read what it said. My queen, please understand I wasn't trying to insult you in any way. Any man would gladly admit he was madly in love with you, and I would be no different. You affect me like no other, and I often think of us together. But as much as I do love you and care for you, I feel that my freedom is more important. And in seeking my freedom, I fear it would make you more miserable than happy. I prefer to love you from afar, but I needed you to know that I do truly love you. Signed, Wolf. If you enjoyed this short story, there are several others in my book, Women, Wolves, and Demons, Adult Bedtime Stories. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good day.